Well, hello.
Oh, hello.
I'm Syd.
I'm Olivia.
And surprise, we have a podcast
We have
now.
a podcast now. Welcome to Syd and Olivia Talk Shit.
We're not even really going to be talking much like shit.
We'll be talking about shit.
But we're not going to be mean.
No, it's just a catchy title.
It's just a catchy title, and we wanted to confuse everyone.
Yeah, if you don't know who we are and you're even more confused.
Yeah, we're two Caucasian girls.
Two more white girls you don't need.
You don't need them.
We're a comedy duo. We have a TikTok.
We've been best friends for like 11 years.
Yeah, we met in high school. We went to college together, and we've been a comedy duo for a hot sec.
A hot second.
On TikTok, we are at Syd and Olivia.
We're married in some countries.
Yeah, we're married in some countries. So that's great.
That's us. And we are, we're really freaking stoked to have a podcast. We've been waiting on this for a little bit.
We've been very excited.
And we've had a lot of people be like, where's the podcast?
Yeah.
Which now I'm absolutely stoked to say, here it is.
Here it is. It's here now.
So if you're listening to this on Spotify, hi, welcome.
Hello.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, hi.
Hello. If you're listening to this on Spotify and you want to watch it with like all these added visual elements, you can look up our YouTube, Syd and Olivia, where we're going to put every episode of this podcast, as well as Spotify and any places you can listen to podcasts.
So.
Oh, and subscribe and all that jazz.
Yeah, like do all those things.
Yeah.
For our first topic.
Let's just get right into it.
We want to get right into it.
Yeah.
And we really think we need to come out with a bang.
Yeah. The statement we're making in the focus of this episode
is that your childhood was a fucking lie.
Yeah, your childhood was a lie.
Everything about your childhood was untrue.
Yeah, and so we're just going to break that down. We're going to break down our own childhoods, our own lies we've been told, lies we've been told by adults.
Lies that you're told through the media.
And the movies.
When you're a kid, you're poisoned.
Yeah, you're poisoned with lies when you're a kid.
And it must be so much harder now because now kids have Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And TikTok and Twitter.
And
I feel like that probably poisons the shit out of their young noggins.
Yeah, I mean, well, when did you get social media?
Maybe, I think I got my Facebook in 8th grade. And,
same, actually.
Yeah, and then I got Instagram my like junior year of high school.
Yeah. I think I got it like sophomore year or something.
It didn't mean anything. It was all a joke.
No.
And now it means something, and people go on it and go like, "Oh my god,
they're like, I have to get a big mental disorder now because of this."
Yeah.
So that's not good.
No, it's not good at all.
What kind of kid were you? Like, what were you like as a kid? Before we go into like how we were lied to and how all you were, like, Syd, what was your childhood vibe?
I lived in Vegas, and
Love
that sounds sexy, but I was underage. I did have headgear, a back brace, skunk highlights. I went to, I was an improv kid at a private school.
Amazing.
I was
very popular.
Oh yeah, I was the least popular person in the popular group, and they kept me around to stand guard outside the choir room while my friends made out.
Cute.
No one wanted to make out with me in my big headgear.
Are you still employing those services?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I still stand outside of every choir room, making sure that children can make
Just
out.
letting anyone know, if anyone in our audience is a child wanting to make out in a choir room, you can
hire me,
You
baby.
can hire Syd to stand out and stand guard.
I am your local kissing bodyguard.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah,
That's a good first career.
My theme song is hire me to make sure no one walks in on your kiss. It's haunting.
It's a good haunting, non-rhyming, kind of like a little bit too long theme song, and I think it's perfect.
And it works even better that I have a really raspy voice right now because I'm a little sick.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, no, it all works perfectly.
It's perfect.
There's a little cough at the end, perhaps.
Yeah, I think absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of kid were you? You were fat, right?
I was a fat kid. Yeah,
You're not now.
Thank you. I was.
It's not even a compliment. It's just true.
No, it's true. I was like a chunky kid with like a lice haircut, so I looked like if Dora the Explorer was not as hot, which is hard to say because
stop you right there. Dora the Explorer was not as hot.
I know, it's hard to say because I don't find Dora the Explorer hot.
I'm gonna go with no one should.
Yeah, and so imagine being even less hot. That's hard.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
And then add crutches.
Let's never call an underage person hot, even if they are a cartoon.
We'll add crutches. We'll add lice. I was like a nerdy film comedy nerdy kid, so I was also very popular.
This is how we both got personalities.
Yes, true. And I was also in a popular group in elementary school, but I was the one that was like the one everyone was like, why are you so fat? And I was like, I'm sorry.
You know, that classic trope.
That classic trope they show in every high school movie.
It is definitely one of those things where your brain is poisoned when you're a child, because really what should happen is we should all live on farms and just be like happy and play with a pig or something.
Yeah.
But instead you grow up with Disney movies and stuff where they tell you things that are just lies.
And I think being the type of child I was so like angry and like counterculture and like, well, I'm not accepted, so I don't accept anything normal.
Yeah.
So like I came into everything already hating it. Like I already hated every movie I was about to watch that wasn't like supposed to be for adults. And so like any teen movie, any of the movies we're gonna dissect, I probably didn't like.
Oh yeah.
I hated it all.
Yeah.
And now I'm a lot more open-minded.
I think honestly one of the things that poisoned us and poisons everyone is Disney.
Oh, of course. I'm mad at Disney. Disney, they tricked me.
That song that got popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
It goes, I'm mad at Disney. Well, I don't know if we're going to get copyrighted.
Oh, shit my ass. You're right.
Well, they definitely sing a song about Disney.
They say it tricked me.
They say it tricked me.
Honestly, I couldn't agree more.
No, Disney did trick me.
It tricked me. And we're going to get into a couple ways that Disney tricked me and tricked you.
Disney is a lie. Sorry. And was he anti-Semitic? Maybe.
Probably. Wasn't it that there was no one with facial hair allowed in Disneyland back in the day because there was like...
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I don't even understand how like...
I don't understand that at all. Facial hair is hot.
Well, yeah. But also facial hair isn't like per race. Like,
oh, this was a racial thing?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And I could be completely wrong about all of this, but it was like kind of a racist thing where he's like, you can't enter the park with facial hair.
Here's the thing. I am Jewish and I have facial hair, so I guess I understand that sentiment.
I want to grow facial hair. I've been rubbing like shit all over my face. Like, what is it? The Rogaine stuff?
You've been rubbing Rogaine
I've been rubbing
on your face?
Rogaine all over my face.
Okay, let's get into this. So the first movie I really want to talk about is Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. And the reason we're talking about Beauty and the Beast is for so many friggin' reasons.
Oh my God, so many.
First off, shout out to High School Musical, the series.
Oh.
We have, we've been watching so much Beauty and the Beast content.
We are obsessed.
Because we can't stop watching High School Musical, the
series. The series.
Sorry about that.
So season 2 is all Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, and it really reminded us like, wow, Beauty and the Beast. Like, and when I was a little kid, that was like my favorite movie. Like before I got cynical.
You had a crush on the Beast.
I had a crush on the Beast, which is the first lie. The first lie is that if a guy treats you badly at first, he's probably misunderstood and you can save him if you're smart enough. Right. That's a lie. That's not true at all.
The Beast, you had a crush on him pre-transformation or
post? Yeah, pre. When he transformed, I would get so mad.
When he transforms into a human?
Yeah. When he transformed into a human, I was like, ugh, now she liked him for, what he was, and then he turned into a hot guy. She didn't learn shit. Like, I was so mad. I was like, why does he have to turn into a hot guy? Why can't she just like him for who he is?
It's not who he is, though.
Yeah.
He was cursed by an enchantress and turned into a little furry animal.
Big furry animal.
Sorry,
my disturbed little kid brain was like, no, you got to keep him the big wildebeest because that's who she fell in love with, and now she's just rewarded for being nice with a hot guy. I was twisted. I was like 4. Why was I that angry about it?
This explains a lot about you.
It's also like if someone's mean to you, if someone keeps you a prisoner, if someone keeps your dad a prisoner.
Oh my God, that's
don't
cute.
date them.
No.
Like, don't date them. Like, the movie's like, yeah, date that guy. Don't date that guy.
No,
You're not going to save him. You're not going to change him. He's going to keep you prisoner. What are you talking about?
I also have some notes about some of the side characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the movie.
Get those notes in there.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Belle's great, obviously. She's awesome.
She's beautiful.
She's great. She's
her
very
whole
smart.
name.
She's cool. Whatever. The silly girls who follow around Gaston, and I'm not calling them silly girls. That's what they're called.
They're called the silly girls.
They're called the silly girls. They're a tribe of silly girls.
I want to be in a tribe of silly girls.
I mean, listen, don't we all? But the thing about it is, he doesn't give a fuck about the silly girls. He's all on Belle, who just has her head in a book, according to him.
She just loves the book until a sheep eats the book.
And here's the thing is, that wouldn't happen.
No.
These girls are like hot. They're into him. They're showing that they're into him. He would absolutely go for it with the silly girls.
The only way he actually would be bored of the silly girls is if he was immortal and had lived 100 lifetimes and had banged everyone in the village except for Belle.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the canon.
No, you made that up.
Yeah, I made that up just now. So there we go.
The thing about the silly girls is they're attainable to him because they're constantly showing him that they're interested. And I believe that he would have fucked all of them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would have.
Yeah. Oh, they're beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're silly.
Beautiful.
What else could
silly,
you want?
Silly girls who enjoy some alcohol. I love that.
I
for
mean,
them.
there's nothing better.
There are more lies in Beauty and the Beast in that teacups don't talk.
That's true.
That's not really a lie to that would trick you into thinking something in adulthood. It's
just
a lie.
It's just a lie. Yeah, it still counts.
Fiction's a lie.
Yeah, there's really no good guys in that movie.
No.
It's like the three choices are a guy who keeps you prisoner, your own dad, and then a guy who's like a clinical narcissist.
Well, here's the thing: is
Yeah.
we're not even counting the hottest guy in the movie, which is the candle.
Okay.
Lumiere can fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
He got Babette the feather duster.
Well, Babette is like hands down the hottest.
Babette the feather duster.
Feather dust.
The-
That's a lie, right?
oh, total lie.
Because
That-
feather dusters aren't really that hot in
no,
real life.
if an enchantress turned you into a cleaning product, you would not be sexy to me.
No.
But if you're Babette and you have this long stick of a torso
And neck.
and neck,
A big long neck.
and weird fluffy feather of a skirt slash legs,
Weirdly hot.
so hot.
We'll also say Babette's fucking Lumiere, right? The
Yeah,
candle's
he pulls.
So okay, so that's a lie because a broom or what is she? A feather
She's a
duster.
feather duster.
A feather duster and a candle couldn't fuck without the feather duster lighting on fire.
No, it's not anatomically possible. There's nowhere to go in and out. None of it makes any sense at all, unless they're doing some weird other version of reproduction that none of us
Unless
understand.
she's jamming her handle into his wax to make a dent.
And that's just not okay on any level.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they're into it, I'm fine, but I don't even really want to be around while it's happening.
Well, you know what the most obvious movie is that
Yeah.
has just lied to absolutely everybody?
Yeah.
Is The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the worst messages of all time.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I really do like that movie.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's a good movie.
It is.
It's just
It's so fucked.
it's like, yeah, the whole song about how like it's better when women don't talk.
Well-
and I guess the point of the movie is like
There is no song where they say it's better
oh
when
no,
women
sorry, it's just a line. Doesn't Ursula go like it's better when women don't talk?
No.
It's better when women don't talk. And then she has the whole song with the eels about it.
No, her song with the eels is like, I'm going to steal your voice. I'm going to trick you into this contract. That's true.
That's a truth. that
Okay,
that-
well, ding, 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 Disney. You got
Yeah.
something right, which is people will try to trick you through contracts.
and you have to read every contract.
So they
So
got
there's
that
that.
right.
So there's that.
But the lie there is that nobody really cares about if women talk or not. I mean, that's true for some people. It's not for me. It's
yeah,
a
no,
lie
I
to
like it
me.
when women talk.
I love when women talk, so it's a lie to me.
Hell yeah. I love that for you.
And here's the other thing. Crabs aren't fun.
no.
Crabs aren't fun. They make them seem like they are. It's not.
I've also in my personal life never met an evil drag queen.
No, never.
So that's a lie.
That's an
At
absolute
least from
lie.
my life.
Yeah.
I've never met an evil one.
Here's another thing.
Yeah.
Ariel's super hot.
Right?
No hot girl has ever used the phrase, I have gadgets and gizmos of plenty.
That's really true.
No hot girl
I've
has
never
ever
heard
said
that.
thingamabobs.
I've never heard a hot girl
never
say
fucking
gadgets
heard
and
that.
gizmos of
Can
plenty.
you imagine if you saw like Megan Fox, like, ooh, I have gadgets and gizmos of plenty. No, that wouldn't happen ever.
Yeah, I can't imagine Ariana Grande being like, I've got who's-its and what's-its galore over
No,
here.
she has no who's.
She has no what's-its.
No, she has no what's-its. She has no who's-its.
No.
It's not a thing.
So there's some lies.
Some really big lies. And just before this, we were talking
Yeah.
about another lie from a childhood favorite, Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo is an unpaid intern.
Scooby-Doo is an unpaid intern, and the whole
Yeah.
freaking show revolves around him.
They pay him in food, which is
They pay him
like paying someone in school credits.
they pay him in crackers.
Yeah.
In crackers.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
No.
Sure, he's a dog, but I mean, that guy can talk. And so he
Yeah.
could probably purchase something at a convenience store.
Yeah.
So he needs real cold hard cash,
Yeah.
Fred. Why are you such a fucking cheapskate,
in
Fred?
a way though, that's not even a lie because it prepares you for life as an unpaid intern.
Here's another thing.
Yeah.
3 people sit up front in that van. That's
yeah.
that's illegal. I have issues with Scooby-Doo.
We also were talking about some teen lies, right?
Oh my God. Well, that's a whole other thing, right? It's like when you grow up and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go to high school.
Yeah.
You assume that it's going to be like high school movies that you've watched.
Yeah. And if you're me, you already hate it. You hate everything, every part of it.
Right. I remember on the first day of high school, my friend got there and saw a man with a beard who was a student and cried because she was like, no.
You know, before I went into high school, I had a dream that I had, one of my teachers was a bearded woman with she had like a big beard that was spray painted Lakers colors. And
this was a dream?
This was a dream. And she was like screaming at us and cursing at us. And then like our activity was we had to go out into the woods and shoot at the other students.
I thought you were going to say shoot her.
Shoot her. Yeah. So that was like whatever my brain was doing right before high school.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Olivia and I did something. I mean, you're Olivia, you know this.
Yeah.
We watched Twilight.
Yeah, we watched the first Twilight movie yesterday.
And we had seen it before, but we did not remember all that.
No, I hate watched it as a child, but I did not watch it as an adult.
And so this brings us to a segment we like to call
We Have Notes.
Because we have some notes on this movie, and granted, they're not looking for our notes.
Nobody's asking for our notes.
No one's asking for our notes.
And yet here they are.
And no one's going to redo this with the notes implemented.
So here we go. Here are our notes. You want to go first?
Here are our notes on Twilight. Ways they've lied to you and ways that it did not make sense about our high school experience at all.
Just notes.
Okay, my first note for Twilight is, no siblings in my high school were clearly fucking each other.
That's a good note.
When all of the Cullens come in,
yeah,
they all come in slow motion.
Yeah.
All of them are coupled up, but they're siblings.
Yeah.
And Anna Kendrick, who was undiscovered at the time, said
did
something.
A great job.
She did great. At some point, she says something like, yeah, they're siblings, but it's okay. It's not by blood. That's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
There's been no group of foster siblings that were all fucking each other in our high school.
No. Never.
Yeah.
Maybe behind closed doors.
Yeah, but not openly.
Not openly. So, not holding hands in the cafeteria.
No, not making a big kiss in front of all the other students, okay?
It's disgusting. It's gross. And they all look related because they're all very pale.
Yeah, absolutely.
So wrong on so many levels.
No, it's incorrect.
Siblings should never fuck. That's just my opinion.
So here's my note, right? If a guy wants to kill you and eat you, like even just a little bit, raise your standards.
Ugh. I applaud you on that.
I feel like if someone is just like openly telling you over and over again, I can't control myself, I want to kill you and eat you.
Yeah.
You've gotta switch guys, right? And then also just see Army Hammer.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, like if someone were not to raise their standards, they could end up in a situation like that.
If you're consistently being told your blood is the best blood I've ever smelled, here's my question.
Yeah.
Why do you want that?
Yeah, why are you into that?
I think another thing to really remember, we all need to remember this, is Edward Cullen and Bella were lab partners.
Yeah.
They met like once.
Yeah.
And then were like, I love you. Big statement.
That is a big statement.
Also, I'm sorry. It is so hard to get guys to commit anyway.
You just have to be like edible. You have to be like a delicious
You
food
have to have
item.
delicious smelling blood in order to get a fuckboy to calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another note about Twilight.
All right.
Now this one's niche. Vampire family baseball that ends in a man tracking your scent is not an okay date. If he wanted to take you to a dinner, he would, ladies.
All right. That's a really good point.
So let's just break that down.
Yeah.
Apparently a big vampire family pastime is baseball. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck knew?
Yeah.
They all love baseball.
It's just like so crazy that it's baseball.
It's so weird. And one of the first times that Bella ever hangs out with Edward is with the whole family for baseball.
Yeah.
A big family baseball date just doesn't sound sexy to me.
No, it doesn't sound sexy to me either. Everything's subjective, but I'm speaking for me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a note from me. Nobody from our high school spoke in slow motion while nauseously orgasming.
You want to expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every single line in that movie is spoken in slow motion.
Yeah.
And if you aren't watching this on YouTube,
you know exactly
what I'm doing right now, unless you've never seen the movie Twilight before or never heard of it, which would be odd because it's trending at number 5 on Netflix right now, okay?
Makes no sense. So my next note for Twilight is 108 and 17 is too big of an age difference.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking a lot about how when you're 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you should not go for someone who is horrifically older than you. And this is just example one.
But here's what I'm going to say. Listen, 108 and 17.
Big difference.
Not only is that not legal,
No,
I don't care what the fuck he looks like.
Yeah.
I don't care if he has money. You guys are in totally different places in your life.
No, 100%.
108, you've seen Woodstock.
Yeah.
You've probably seen the invention of the car.
Yeah. And it is weird that you know, he'll be like, oh, you're so intelligent because you know the things I know. And they're both like, oh, I read so many books. But it's like, realistically, he has been able to read so many more books than she has because
he's 108.
She's been able to read for 14 years?
Yeah.
And he's 108.
He is so much older than her dad.
Wow. Yep.
That's not okay on any level.
And then kind of off that, I think my final note is at the end, you know, she's like, I want to be a vampire. He's like, no, not for you. So my note is...
Not until the last movie.
Yeah. My note is, why is his plan to remain 17 while she ages and dies of old age? I would feel really insecure if a guy did that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like if a guy was like, no, I'm going to be like a hot young guy this whole time and I'm going to let you age and age and age until you're 100 years old and then you're going to die.
It sucks.
Why is that his plan?
It sucks.
The second I was like 60, I'd be like, why am I with you? I shouldn't be. You look 17. It would be bad.
You know what it is?
It's a bad plan.
He's a serial monogamist, and he's going to wait for her to die so he can repeat the process and find another high schooler. He's grooming.
Haven't we all met a guy like that?
And he's a horrific person.
All right. Well,
and
there
vampire.
We go.
And now I have one last note.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breaking into your house to watch you sleep is a deal breaker.
Yeah. No notes on that note.
I can't even believe I have to say that out loud.
Yeah.
But there's a part of the movie.
Oh, there's a whole plot point where
he goes into her house to watch her sleep.
Yep.
And he stands quietly in the corner and she's like, fuck yeah.
She's like, yeah, this is awesome for me.
What a weird...
I couldn't get behind that.
No.
Look, once again, everything is subjective to each their own. But
No,
I'm
going
to
to
say
that's not subjective. That's a big hard no.
Yeah, I'm also going to say if you're 17, you don't have the capability to be like, no, that's okay. I'm going to say no for you.
No, that's not even your house, dude.
That's so true.
She doesn't own that house.
She doesn't own that
She doesn't
house.
pay rent there.
No, yeah.
That is Charlie Swan's house.
Yep.
Her dad. The fact that I know
What
his
a
name
fucking name.
is wild.
We have notes. Our segment where we have so many notes.
Now here's a question.
Yeah.
When you were a kid,
Yeah.
do you feel like you were lied to by your parents?
You know, I feel like I had a really honest relationship with my parents on one end, but on the other end, of course, you're going to get lied to because there's so many
100%.
horrifying things you can't be told as a little kid.
Yeah. For example, I think my parents were fuck buddies.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think they were. I think they were fuck buddies and then they got married.
I love that for
That's
them.
my theory.
Right. But you don't have any proof.
No, when I was a kid, it was like mommy and daddy were the best of friends. Then mommy went into a room and prayed for a baby. You know?
Was it sung like that?
No, it was not.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, like, one big thing that strikes me when I was a little kid is, like, when I was, like, 5 or 6, which is young, maybe even a little bit older, my favorite story in the entire world was a story my dad used to tell me about. He went to 12 years of Catholic school and just mentally dropped out by, like, 6th grade and just fucked with the nuns for like the rest of it, and
fucking with nuns is a whole
that,
activity.
Like, shaped my sense of humor when I was a little kid. So there was a story he would always tell me where basically this nun and this kid were arguing, and because the kid refused to sit down in my dad's class. And, you know, at that point, everyone was in 6th grade. They all thought, like, you do one thing wrong and, like, the floor is going to open up and you're going to go to hell. And so, like, this kid, basically, like, the nun was like, hey, sit down to this kid. And the kid was like, smell me, clown.
Huh.
And the nun was like, what did you just say? And then to clarify what he said, smell me, clown, in, like, 100 different voices. Until, like, basically everyone realized there was no hell.
This child did not say smell me, clown.
No. And the thing I learned later, because this was my favorite story as a child, was smell me, clown. And I was like, this is a genius story. Turns out Later on, I find out he really said, blow me, clown.
Oh.
So that was a white lie that I was told as a child.
Yeah, smell is an
Smell
interesting...
me, clown was the cover-up. Blow me, clown was the story.
I would have done fight me, clown.
Yeah.
My parents told me stories too,
Yeah.
but they were entirely fabricated.
Oh, okay, good.
Because that story was mostly true.
It had just the smallest change.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me a story to try to get me to stop sucking on pacifiers because I think I had an oral fixation.
Okay.
Boys. I'm kidding. That's disgusting. Forget I said that. Stay away from me, everybody. But I really liked my pacifiers.
Right.
And I would not get rid of them for the life of me. I had to have them in my mouth at all times.
Loving it.
And so my dad kind of told me a story where he was like, well, Sydney, you know Elvis, correct? And I was like, of course I know of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
I lived in Las Vegas.
Yeah, how could you not?
He's the king. I mean,
You had a cardboard cutout of him.
I had a cardboard cutout of Elvis Presley at my bat mitzvah.
Yeah.
Let's not even go into it.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to my Spanish teacher for extra credit. Worst decision I ever made.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I was like, yeah, of course I know of Elvis. And he was like, and do you know of Elvis's brother Bubba? And I was like, no, who's Bubba? And he was like, well, when Elvis and his brother Bubba were tiny, tiny children,
Right.
and they both had pacifiers, Elvis's mommy was like, it's time to hand over your pacifier and you get a guitar. And
That's
Bubba,
a good trade.
yeah, and Bubba was like, no, I have to keep my pacifiers in my mouth at all times.
Okay.
And his teeth got all fucked up. They rotted. He became an old man with lousy teeth. Everything was terrible for him. He had no sex. He never had a wife. I don't know. It was like his whole world crumbled.
That sounds like one of those German fairy tales where like you don't clip your nails and then everyone dies.
My grandma tells me those.
Yeah, my mom.
So Bubba's all fucked.
Oh yeah.
And Elvis
Yeah.
gives away his pacifier and he gets a guitar and magically becomes the king of rock and roll. Gets to marry Priscilla Presley, who we later found out he groomed. That's not great.
That's not great.
She was great. He got this elaborate, fabulous career until he died on a toilet.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, if Elvis gave away his baba, his pacifier,
Right.
his whatever the fuck, and got a guitar,
Yeah.
and became the king of rock and roll,
Well, then you could too.
then I could too. And
Yeah.
so I gave away my pacifier. I got a guitar. I did not become the king of rock and roll. Yet. But anyway, that's an entirely fictional story.
Yeah, no, Bubba Presley was not.
That's not real.
That's not real at all. And,
That's not real.
And if it was real, definitely nothing bad would have happened to his teeth.
Oh,
He would have
no.
been freaking fine.
I'm sorry, if you keep a pacifier in your mouth for too long, your mouth will get chapped. I can't think of anything worse.
Yeah.
What else is going to happen? You're going to like it?
I don't know.
Nothing happens.
I have no idea.
People like things in their mouth.
Yeah.
And you can fucking quote me on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I'll put a tattoo of that on my face and my back.
Thank
I'll
God.
get two at the same time.
It's a big day for you.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, also I wanted to film the Tooth Fairy.
Oh,
coming
don't we
in.
all?
Yeah, I was like, I have to film the Tooth Fairy, and I did this whole like, I filmed myself being like, God, I fucking hope this isn't an adult.
Oh.
And, like,
So you knew what was going to happen a little bit.
I filmed myself being like, if this is an adult, I'll be so fucking pissed.
Oh.
And my mom filmed that with me, but she didn't tell my dad that I said that. But she did go like, okay, now it's time to do the funny thing. So the camera remained on, and my dad like came into the room dressed as the Tooth Fairy with like these giant cardboard wings and stuff.
Oh.
And it was a very funny video that made me very angry when I was a little kid. But
Yeah.
as an adult, I'm like, thank God, because that was genius.
I was so mad when I found out the Tooth Fairy wasn't real.
Yeah.
That was like my Santa Claus because I was a Jew and I didn't have Santa.
Right.
So I was like, oh my God, well, this is my girl.
Yeah, that was your girl.
That was my girl. I wrote letters to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking
Did
sucks.
you ever have any sexual feelings towards her?
No, not at all.
Me neither.
Okay, well, good.
That's good. I'm glad we both put that down.
But I don't know what's up with parents and fairies because
Yeah.
my mom also made up table fairies.
Table fairies, right.
Yeah, she used to say that if I put my elbows on the table, I was going to crush the fairies that lived within the table. Table fairies.
Within the table.
Yeah, they live within the table.
Yeah, all right.
And then for a while, she was like, I'm going to make a screenplay about table fairies. And I was like, girl, that's a very niche
That's
concept.
such a specific.
That's a niche
That's
concept.
so specific. If the only thing that kills them is elbows.
Yeah,
they don't have that much to fight against in the movie.
The storyline is we open on the inside of a table, and you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing a fairy.
I like that.
This is my pitch.
Okay.
Alongside him, you have, I don't know, let's say it's Katherine Heigl.
Okay, I was gonna pitch Jonah Hill.
Yeah, they're all there.
Okay.
Jonah Hill's there. He's like
Katherine Heigl's there.
Jonah Hill's like the mayor of the table fairies
mayor
or
of the
something.
tables, yeah.
And in the first 2 minutes of the movie, right as the opening credits roll, a big fucking elbow comes down on them and crushes them all, and they die.
And that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie, and you learn your lesson.
Yeah, and it's a 2 hours of silence, and there's an in memoriam of every table fairy that you've never even seen.
Oh, and you've got all the stars in there.
You've got every single actor who's ever done anything.
You've got Olivia Rodrigo in there.
She's in it.
She's in it.
So that's
so
it.
anyway,
Yeah.
that's it. And when you're a kid, I also feel like all the things you want to buy are all from lies. Like,
it's complete lies.
the way that toys are advertised it's all lies.
Toys are advertised to girls and boys in a very different way.
Very different. With boys, it's always like, don't you want this slime goo?
Yeah.
It makes poop sounds in your mouth.
Yeah, that's very...
And then with girls, it's like, don't you want this baby doll?
That shits all over my face.
You're going to be a mommy.
You know what, actually... There is a similarity in there.
Yeah,
both
poopies.
things shit, but the boys are supposed to find it gross and the girls are supposed to find it good?
Actually, I would say the boys are supposed to find it funny.
Yeah.
The girls are supposed to feel maternal toward it.
Yeah, I feel maternal towards zero poop.
I
It did not work on me.
feel maternal toward nothing.
Like, did you ever have one of those, like, Barbies that has that it's like a pregnant Barbie and then you take off the stomach, like the plastic fake stomach, and there's a fetus in it and shit, and then she has like perfect abs underneath?
Thank God I didn't. I played with blocks.
I got a giant box of Barbies at one point, like a hand-me-down box of Barbies, and I don't remember if that was one of them, but like...
They come with a removable stomach.
Yeah.
And within the removable stomach is a full-blown kid.
Yeah.
And it's like curled up.
It's curled up.
Ready for nap time within that tum-tum.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
No, I don't want to... I mean, first off, it's anatomically incorrect.
It's anatomically incorrect, and it teaches people the wrong thing about being a pro-choice or pro-life.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because you're seeing a full-grown baby.
Yeah.
Like a 2-year-old baby.
Yeah.
Inside of a person, and it's like, no, that's not really what
and
it is.
also, it does not come off by popping off the stomach.
Sure
and
it doesn't.
You got to get some really gruesome shit going to get that thing out.
And once you take the baby out, there are no changes to your finances.
No.
So they don't teach you what it's really like.
No.
We shouldn't sell those.
No. Now we'd like to come to a segment that we call Exposing Your Cartoon Heroes.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Here's the thing. Olivia and I do this thing where we go deep onto the internet, and everybody knows that everything on the internet is true and real.
100% true. And so that's our
100%
disclaimer, is
true
that
and
everything
real.
we're saying is true. And if you disagree, you can go the fuck away.
Here's the thing. We go deep
Deepity deep.
into the bowels of the internet.
Get deep in the bowels.
And we look up the ages, heights, locations, anything
Any specific stats.
of our favorite childhood cartoons, and the results will shock you.
They're horrifying. They're incorrect and horrifying, and it just makes you go, my whole childhood was a lie.
So we want to go through them for you, because
Yeah.
if it's going to bother us, and
It might as well bother you.
it's going to upset all of our dreams, it should upset all of yours.
Yeah.
So let's go through SpongeBob.
Sure.
SpongeBob's a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
SpongeBob, you know how old he is?
No, how old is SpongeBob?
He's 35 or he's 13.
Okay, that's a big difference.
They're very different numbers.
So that's hard to start with.
This is all taken from the internet. There were two sources. One
Right.
says he's 35, one says he's 13.
All right.
He has 35 qualities, like, for example, he's a homeowner.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a homeowner at 13.
No, but and then again, at 13, I mean, his voice hasn't changed yet.
That's true.
So that quality makes sense
He
there.
could be, what's the thing in where they, castrato?
What's that?
It's like when it was the olden days, like the Middle Ages, to have boys' choirs, they would want to have boys who sang really high, so they would castrate themselves so that they never sang low.
Oh, SpongeBob is castrated. You've heard it here first.
Yeah, so it could be that.
Okay.
He could be a 35-year-old castrato, or he could be just a 13-year-old homeowner.
Okay, well, he's one of the two.
Neither of those things are really popular modern things that exist.
But SpongeBob's not a modern guy. He's a sponge.
That's fair.
So, Mr. Krabs, you know how old he is?
No.
78.
That's way too old.
Yeah, it's older than I thought. I think he's aging well.
Okay, if he's 78 and let's just say SpongeBob's 13,
Yeah.
that's like really weird.
Weird relationship.
That's a weird relationship.
They like hang out,
Oh yeah.
like on their
They
off
like
time.
sang a love song to each other.
No.
Yeah, the one where they're like, it's just a grill, it's just a greasy
No.
spoon.
Okay.
Without you.
No,
that
okay.
song?
No, a 78-year-old cannot be friends with a 13-year-old sponge.
Yeah, they can't sing a love song either.
No, and they can't be friends.
Yeah, all right. I buy that.
Okay, and then Pearl.
Okay, so Pearl, first off, there's a huge lie right in there.
Oh, Pearl's a whale.
Well, Pearl's a whale. How is that a biological...
Now, let's get into this. If Mr. Krabs fucked a whale...
Right.
They wouldn't have a whale.
No.
They would have...
Something dead.
Something dead.
Something that when given birth to, was dead.
It wouldn't be alive upon exit.
It would...
It would create a monster.
It would create a monster that was not alive.
It's an interspecies nightmare.
It's an interspecies nightmare because some of its organs would be so fucking huge and some of them would be so tiny.
And on top of that, so much shedding of shell.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? Don't they shed their shell?
I don't know.
They do. You had a hermit crab.
Well, hermit crabs grow out of their shells that they choose, but when a hermit crab dies, it's the most horrifying thing that's ever happened. They crawl out of the shell like an alien from the fucking bowels of hell, and they come right up to you and they go like, hey, fucker, I'm gonna die in front of you. I'll fuck your nightmares up for the rest of your whole life.
I bought you a hermit crab.
You bought me 2 hermit crabs. It was lovely until they killed themselves in front of me.
Jesus Christ.
Which I didn't like.
Remember when they were sold at mall kiosks?
Yeah, and then that stopped and we were all like,
maybe that was wrong.
Maybe that was really wrong.
I'm gonna go with it was.
It was.
So Pearl is 16.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack.
That is.
First off, I buy she's 16.
Yeah, I buy
just
it.
independently of everyone else.
Yeah, she's like a cheerleader. She likes prom.
Sure.
16, whatever.
Now, the question is, if SpongeBob is either 13 or 35, neither of those options are okay.
SpongeBob
Because they go to prom.
SpongeBob takes Pearl to prom.
They have like a will they, won't they?
And that's not
I mean,
okay.
who doesn't he have a will they, won't they with?
Oh, SpongeBob's actively sexual.
Yeah. He's like trying to get that.
He's
trying to get those holes filled.
He is. I was just going to say, he has so many holes to fill. Well, I'm so upset that we both had that thought. The thing is that SpongeBob being 35 and Pearl being 16 is like absolutely kill me.
No, that's absolutely incorrect.
Not
and
okay.
him being 13 and her being 16 is also...
No.
Nah.
No.
No.
Okay, next I got Sandy, who's a squirrel.
Okay, yeah.
She's the squirrel with the helmet under the sea.
Yeah.
She's 36, the age of my mom when she had me.
The age of my mom when she had my brother.
Now here's the thing, 36 is pretty old for a squirrel.
That's true.
I'm just gonna say.
I will say, in terms of her being a love interest to SpongeBob, he better be 35 and not 13.
100%.
But then again, for Pearl, he better be 13 and not 35. So this is the problem we're having.
Now it's about who you stan more. Like, who do you ship more?
Who you ship more.
And then is that age appropriate?
And then is that appropriate? Yeah.
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
Squirrels die all the time.
Right.
Squirrel heaven is packed.
Yeah.
There are so many squirrels dying rapidly, always and forever on our Earth.
They just love
to run in front of a car.
They love to die.
There are so many cars that love to hit squirrels, and there are so many squirrels that love the taste of death from a tire.
They love the taste of death from a tire.
And so what I think about it is...
Yeah.
We need to send more squirrels underwater in astronaut gear.
Okay.
And their
See
life
what happens.
is going to be preserved for years and years and years to come.
They'll get to fuck sea creatures.
Yeah, that's what you could take from it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm choosing to take from it. So
yeah, a squirrel can fuck a sponge any day, and I think that's fine.
I think it's okay.
Okay, now we have Patrick.
All right.
Our lovable starfish friend.
Yeah.
He's 37.
Well, here's what I will say. This core group of friends, I love how they're all pretty much in the same age range.
Well, are they? Because SpongeBob could be 13.
That's really true.
So
SpongeBob is 13.
There's a world where SpongeBob is 13. His neighbor is 37. And together they're like, fuck yeah, let's wrestle.
That's true.
It's weird.
That could be a really big problem.
Now we've got Squidward.
Okay.
You're not going to guess this one.
All right.
Squidward is 26, my age.
What?
I am the same age as Squidward.
No.
And we both have identical noses.
No.
We look the same.
Wait, first off.
Squidward and I are really similar.
No.
I've always related to him.
No. It's hard for me to deal with the fact that he's 26 because that would make him like if Patrick's 37, how is Squidward 26?
I mean, also...
How is he that dead by 26? Like, how is he like that bummed out?
Dude... That's what happens when you don't take care of your mental health issues.
Yeah, seriously.
That's just like he's poster child for like clinical depression.
Yeah, he's got to go check it out.
He needs BetterHelp.com.
Yeah, he needs to go to BetterHelp.com.
This podcast is not sponsored by BetterHelp, but what if it was? I don't know.
What if it was? I don't know. They could pay us.
They could pay us some money maybe after this. What would that be like? So what other shows are you interested in?
Okay, well, I mean, look, bear with us if you have heard of this, but I think we got to get into the Peppa Pig heights.
Okay. We're about to blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. The Peppa Pig heights, look, if you've heard of it, just keep listening because it's not like it's uninteresting.
The Peppa Pig characters, according to Wikipedia, are these heights. Go for it, Olivia.
As follows. Okay, so we'll start with Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Peppa Pig, according to the internet, is, and just so everyone knows what she looks like, she's a pig.
She's
big
a
animated pig.
cartoon
She's a
two-dimensional pig.
She is 7'1".
No, she's not.
So that would be, what am I? I'm 5'5".
So
that would
you,
be
you and like a
she
and
would
some
be
change.
towering over me.
Yeah.
So then, based on that,
Yeah.
Daddy Pig, you know Daddy Pig, he refuses to get fit. That's like his whole thing.
First name Daddy, last name Pig.
Daddy Pig is 15 feet tall.
No, he's not.
So that
I'm against that.
so that's like the scariest thing I've ever heard.
He's a full building.
We've got Mummy Pig, which, by the way,
Mummy
in America, thinking about someone named Mummy Pig, that just reminds me of a mummified pig.
Some mummified pork for you.
So the mummified pig is 12 feet and 2 inches.
So much taller.
That is so much taller than she needs to be. That is so much taller than a pig would be if it was able to stand up. And then, of course, the little brother George, the little pig, is a meager 4'6".
How old is he?
I don't know, like 3 or 4.
No.
Yeah, he's like a child. Like he's like a toddler.
I would like to move on to Teletubbies.
Okay, horrifying.
The Teletubbies are also very tall.
Okay, this is bad.
Yeah, they have television screens on their stomachs. They listen to a laughing sun baby, and they are 100% so tall.
Yeah.
So let's go through it. You know Poe.
Yeah.
La La Poe. Okay.
La la.
Poe
Yeah.
is 6'6".
Okay, fuck that.
Poe is way too tall.
That's way too tall.
Poe is so much taller.
And that's actually canon, right? That's real life because
that's how tall he is.
that's so and is it a he, she, or they? Like what is
It's a
Teletubby.
Teletubby.
Okay,
It's a Teletubby. And Teletubbies have no gender.
I'm gonna say any pronoun works for all Teletubbies.
All Teletubbies are they're something.
Yeah.
And apparently the suits themselves were like 30 pounds.
Okay.
And
So you'd have to take the average weight of a 6'6" person and then add 30 pounds of suit.
And apparently the Teletubby heads were known for like almost killing you with carbon dioxide buildup.
Thank God.
So all of the Teletubbies were at risk of completely dying.
Oh my fucking
The
God.
entire time they were filming. They were like doing their song about Teletubby custard or whatever the fuck.
Which, by the way, tubby custard was mashed potatoes.
Tubby custard
Fuck
is
that.
a word we never need to hear again.
No, tubby custard sounds like cum.
Cum.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it.
No, but we both did.
It does. It sounds like it's Teletubby cum that comes out of their TV scream tummy. I'm so upset about every sentence. Every sentence that comes out of my mouth makes me so upset. Okay, we've got Lala.
Yeah.
Now you think Lala's taller than Poe?
She is. He is. They are.
No, they're not. They're
Okay.
6'5".
Okay, so I have a problem with this.
Yeah, it's not true.
It's not even true. The internet lied about that. That's a
doesn't
freaking
make
lie.
any
Because if
sense.
you look at them standing next to each other, Lala's obviously taller. Here's what I think happened, right? I think they measured Lala from the top of Lala's head down, and I think they measured Poe from the top of Poe's antenna down.
Oh.
I think that's what they did, and I think they fucked up.
They went from Poe's stem.
Yeah, stem down.
Stem down.
Yeah.
Is what I always say. Tinky Winky coming in at a mere 10 feet tall.
That's too tall for me.
Tinky Winky.
Okay.
And then we've
Okay.
got Dipsy, who is 8 feet tall.
Okay.
The size of the average deep end of a swimming pool.
Okay.
And you can't, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just can't take a figure that is 8 feet tall named Dipsy seriously.
Okay, so here's my question, right? If we had to have a fight, right?
Oh,
Who
love this.
Who would win in a fight between the extremely tall Peppa Pig cast and the extremely tall Teletubbies
Well,
cast?
let's talk about weight class.
Yeah, okay.
So, weight class wise, let's say we would have Tinky Winky against Daddy Pig.
Yeah, we'd have to.
Because
right?
Tinky Winky's 10 feet, Daddy Pig is how
15
tall?
feet tall.
Okay, I think Tinky Winky's gonna win this one.
Really?
Daddy Pig hates getting fit.
He refuses
He
to get
refuses
fit.
to be fit.
And he hates being fit.
He hates being fit.
Damn
Tinky
it.
Winky is closer to the ground, has an antenna that can absolutely poke on the guts of Daddy Pig.
and is super fit.
Super fit.
Yeah.
That's lore.
Yeah.
Teletubby lore is that Tinky Winky is
so
fucking
fit.
ripped.
Yeah, like both American fit and Love Island fit, which just means hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
So this was our first podcast.
This was our first episode.
How cool is that?
I love that. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching.
And make sure that you go ahead and follow us on every platform.
Every platform, we're at Syd and Olivia.
We're on-
SYDAND Olivia. It's written on the thing.
We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok.
You should follow us. We're on YouTube.
And you can also ask us questions, tell us some topic ideas, whatever you guys want to see, let us know.
And we'll do it. Ask us any advice questions. Let us know literally anything you want. We'll do it, unless it's full frontal nudity.
Speak for yourself. I'll do full frontal nudity any day. Give me $2.
Give me $2.
Thank you guys for listening. This is Syd and Olivia Talk Shed.
And yeah, have a freaking great day.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.